Well, there it is, the big power game of Mark Philippoussis.
You need to settle down quickly. He has done that to get the nerves out of the way. And that big ace there takes him to 2 games to 1 in the...
Oh, that's a good forehand, just ripping it. A lot of top spin on that one.
5 matches that he's played, and he has saved 55 of them, and that's been his strength when under pressure, is saving break point opportunities. Now the big job for Philippoussis here is to 15-30.
There's the big bomb. 116 miles an hour.
Off that, Philippoussis is not a great mover. Forcing him to play the half volley was a good one. So what do? You don't even see the next one. It comes right at you. Juice.
Oh, that's a good recovery from Moya. Really did well to control. Oh, great stretch. Moya was...
To pop that one just over the net. Game point now. Another big ace. Served very well to that.
Cool.
Very impressed in the other day with Philippoussis' points, and he measures a lot better. He missed a few, and I don't think we've seen the best of him. I think he could play better tennis today. Very, very confident.
Well, that certainly wasn't confident. Once again, the chip in charge. You really have to give a lot of credit to Pat Cash. The net puts a lot of pressure on his opponent by just chipping it and coming in and saying, pass me if you can.
Well, Philippoussis then with that big forehand, he measured it once more. Move as well at the back of the court. This matchup is pretty much tailor-made for him because Moya's first... Carlos Moya is seeded number 10 here at the championships. He is the reigning French Open champion. It's been all Philippoussis so far. Well, a marvellous start to the day for Australia as Philippoussis wins the opening set. Brad, have a look at the summary there.
Carlos Moya at 38% first serve. That really hurts him, giving Mark Philippoussis way too many opportunities to crack that second serve.
Like that, if you're hitting more winners than you're making unforced errors, you're playing some pretty good tennis. He keeps the pressure on here. And that's what's needed. If you mentioned you take your A game out, his third double fault.
Philippoussis moving well to the first volley, but just stood still.
30.
Very good low volley, got right under the ball. He's hit the first volley and just didn't react. He wasn't looking for Moya to hit the one back into play. For a player like Carlos Moya. He's worked so hard to get the love 30 situation. In these clay quarters, they just did. Oh, that's just unbelievable. Just great serving.
Starting to walk around. He's having speech therapy and everything looks quite bright for him at the moment. Watching the matches, and he's been very touched with all that. And as I said, our prayers are with him, and he'll be up and about. Anything to do with rehabilitation, Laver loves. He had that hip replacement. He was back on court like
30 love.
He's been in this sort of situation plenty of times before, being down 1-0 and his opponent playing magnificent tennis just like that. What he'll be thinking right now. Yesterday, Fred, I was very, very impressed. Carlos Moya can volley.
Well, he showed us that in the Australian
ground
match.
shots like a lot of his compatriots, but the difference between him and some of the other Spaniards is he is prepared to go to the net, even on play.
Yeah. An ace for Moya. That's the first one that he's put on. Hasn't had the opportunity to get into the match, and that's the tactics that Philippoussis wants to continue, so that he doesn't let him in the match. He can only play as well in a situation that as
One amongst the players is someone who can be erratic, and if you stay with him, he can cool off and give you some openings.
That was Tim Henman from Great Britain. Took him out in 4 sets. That was a pretty good match. But again, up and down. Excellent second serve. Moves right in.
Watch when he's rolling. Watch where the ball lands.
I don't get much of an opportunity to run more. Big man comes in again. And the clay quarters do not like that. It's into the court that doesn't allow Philippoussis to come in behind it. Well, he's even coming in on first serves now, trying to take advantage of it. Miles an hour.
Great speed by Moya. He's got a terrific first step. It's like lightning. And he's not going to miss that sort of passing shot.
40-30. That's just too good. Moya's job is to try and keep Philippoussis at bay at the baseline. Or at juice.
Oh, yes. Carlos Moya making a mistake, hitting straight back. Philippoussis starting to move back to the middle.
Moya just sort of shaking his head there, saying, what can I do? It's break point.
It's too good.
Well, the Australians in the crowd here and you folks at home, 78%. What can Moya do? Not a lot at this stage if Philippoussis keeps the service percentages in that area.
Well, that's serving 80%. You can just forget it. He's just shutting you right out of the match. Carlos Moya, he's just walking from side to side at the moment.
Well, there's 3 in a row, 3 aces in a row. That just is juice. Well, Moya comes up with an ace. It's only his second ace, and Philippoussis has 10 on the board.
Okay, Moya.
Good move there, good serve, straight at the body, and a very nice.
This is the sort of tennis we've all known Mark Philippoussis is capable of. Bang.
That's a smart move because he could have charged that one and tried to be flashy. It's one of the few. Still a set point.
That's just fantastic. 2 great sets of tennis from Mark Philippoussis.
That one now, you can see the time clock there, just 51 minutes they've played. And yeah, we got Moya now serving and volleying on second serve. Right on the line, and it just means that whatever Mark Philippoussis has tried today has worked for him.
It was a great shot. They call that the Mac Cam.
The end of the match against Thomas Johansson. It was a patchy match through, but very tough conditions, windy conditions. Today they're perfect, and so is Philippoussis. Well, you can't do it any better than that rally, and that's the strength of Moya, being overpowered even from the baseline now, this French Open champion.
Unbelievably big swing from Mark Philippoussis on that forehand. That's where he gets the power from.
Well, a good stab volley gets him out of trouble. It's incredible contingent there. I mean, the Spanish contingent there as he makes this stab volley to save it. Santana, they're in the semi-finals. Moya is one of his singles players.
Philippoussis is just having a second look at that second serve.
One another in the head-to-head, and that was earlier this year in the round of 16 at Indian Wells, which is a similar surface to this, and one of the Mercedes Super 9 that won 6-4, 6-3 in the round of 16s.
Moya finally getting onto a return of serve. He's got to make a run here. He's got to make it very, very soon. Quite often when you win the first two sets,
and Santana, you just had a look at him on the screen, won the title back in 1965. Too good. Net coverage is there. Moya, as quick as he is, didn't get. Oh, is that in? Incredible time. He has not played a bad match here. He just has not been able to get into it. Not allowed to. All good. How is it if he starts to do that a little bit?
good game.
Good feel at the net there. 23 unforced errors, and that's still darn good. 40 winners to 23 unforced errors is good tennis.
And there's another one. Net points one.
So give an idea of how dominant Philippoussis has been. Opportunities to get into this match and try and get into the game plan that he has, or he had, to go out on the court.
Oh, the serve was 115 miles an hour.
To go on that second serve, and he just said, I've had enough of this, and hit it as hard as he could. It makes no difference. Philippoussis comes back and hits another one harder. Philippoussis' fastest serve today has been 133 kilometres an hour, miles an hour, which is 217k. Terrific half volley there from the Spanish. Following this, the women's singles final, Martina Hingis, Lindsay Davenport, and then Rafter against Sampras.
Tough man to lob over. 6'4". That's classic Moya. That's what he's so good at. When he has time to set up. Philippoussis is forced to half volley up, and
well, this is what Moya's been looking for all the time, isn't it? He's got to get such a great return down there to get a half volley that doesn't have much pace on the shot to get set for a passing shot. And then this big serve comes down. That's 15 aces now. Well, Moya stays in front in this third with our junior girls after this first point.
15 love.
Evie Dominikovic and Helena Dokic girls are through to the semi-finals. Now, two Aussie girls are playing today. We'll bring you up to date and give you the scores of those as they come forth. And the girls are also in an unbelievable match in the quarterfinals against Johansson. But here, just a few swings. That's well done, Moya.
gee, that was a good first volley. Nothing wrong with the return. Moya really closing in for that second volley.
It just shows you the expertise of this fella too. He is an all-court player. He wants to be known as an all-court player, not just a clay courter. And there, he's hit a lot more in this set. That's the reason he's had an opportunity a bit more so. And he's at 5 games to 4. But he just can't pick up these first serves. Ideal conditions for the spectators to be out here viewing this, and the stands now 2/3 full.
Unbelievable. Moya cannot believe it. This is a terrific passing shot from Moya, just ripping this backhand down the line.
Well, the first one was straight at the body, and the second one he threaded the needle down the line, and when things are going your way, they're going your way. And there's a very despondent Moya saying, hey, I've been...
Yes. Not trying to hit that one too hard. He had...
Yeah, that's a gutsy effort. Down love 40 here, and he's just all fight and all determination to come back.
Well, there's a reason this guy is the French Open champion and number 10 player in the world.
Sometimes obnoxious, but boy, they love their sport. And an ace. A full credit there from love 40 down.
15, as incredible as it sounds. Oh.
A Becker-like volley, but he's only a youngster. Watch this one, low volley. This is what Moya's been looking for.
Talk about commitment.
And the chair umpire, a little machine up there.
Did he really go for it?
He has so far in his matches here. And a double fault. Well, two double faults in a row. The second serve has got him out of a lot of trouble. Forget about that. He realizes that a huge opportunity is gone.
Well, this is the real test now. Well, a big terrier nipping at the heels. Big 6'3" terrier.
He's a big lad.
But the point about Carlos Moya is he's persistent to stay in matches all day if it's necessary to win it.
Allows Moya back into this semi-final. We now have a ball game.
I think we also have to say that Mark Philippoussis...
I was just thinking the same thing. His return has gone off a little bit.
40 love.
And Moya now spells the fact that...
Unbelievable exhibition of power tennis. And really, he was just a point or two away of winning the match in straight sets. But now it's a different ball game. He's had all the running, and now he's just got to settle down, get into the trenches, and fight this one out.
The thing is that his opponent is the man that's had the experience in that area of Grand Slams. He's won the French after being down in a couple of matches.
Just overpower someone on the tennis court.
I think a lot of guys would like to have his forehand.
I'm talking relatively.
Yeah, only many. That's only his third for the match.
Oh, good shot. It was a good return, just chipping it down at the feet, forcing
They're
Moya.
yelling out.
Philippoussis, that's the slice backhand. I'm trying to hit a winner, just dropping it down at the feet, changes the grip and rips it cross court.
They really get much on that shot when they come in off a slice backhand. So a big opportunity here. Love 30.
Tough shot to play.
As this is terrific tennis now from Philippoussis, as he has 3 chances to get a break in this 4th set. He's had him down love 40 on one other occasion. Moya answers the question again. Still got another one to go. That's a terrific second serve. That's as good a second serve as Philippoussis has hit. But anything that he's done has been good tennis from Moya. We said even in the first 2 sets, Moya didn't play that badly. He was dominated by Philippoussis.
Oh, terrific touch. Pumps the fist. Carlos Moya really...
Love 15.
Terrific little lob. That's not easy to do that over the top of Mark Philippoussis. Even that last shot.
That's not easy either.
No.
But he's hit twice as many winners at 66. So that's still, it's been an incredible tennis match, super tennis.
And that's an incredible shot. Goodness.
Good angle too, because he was on that service line when he had to make that volley.
Oh, this is just great stuff. Both players really rising to the occasion.
Game, Philippoussis.
It's good. It's really good out here at the moment. And all of a sudden, the forehand ripped by Philippoussis makes it love 30. That might have been the biggest forehand I've ever seen, Fred.
Yeah, unreal pace of shot. Love 30. It's a big moment.
At last.
And a very frustrated Carlos Moya comes to them in a couple of foot faults. They change the line judges here every hour. And so it's a different lines judge out there. He had not been called then. It wasn't his fault, but now he's serving. He's got to now steady himself.
That's a lucky shot. Really having no control over that second serve at any. Oh, a great shot from behind the back. A great French player doing this shot. Carlos Moya showing us what enormous amount of talent he has have. Still, it was
40-15.
Well, it just gives you an idea of the heart and soul being out there and
30-15.
just being thrashed in the first two sets to keep his mind together, get back into it, and he still comes up with a passing shot. 30-15. There it is, 2 match points.
fantastic return. Gee.
There it is.
He wins 6-1, 6-4, 5-7, 6-4.
Exactly 2 hours for Mark Philippoussis, the 22-year-old, 21-year-old from Melbourne. 22 in November.